I ain't checked. I ain't even look in the mirror. We good. We good. If something ain't blended or whatever, baby, we here. We're here. Hey, how you doing, guys? Good evening. Good evening. I don't like this smoke blowing all in y'all face like that. So let's move that. Hello. I am El Roche. I'm coming at y'all once again. This tarot with the T. Hey. Hold on a minute. Let me check some stuff real quick because I got to hold the whole of the phone. Check some stuff real quick because I got to hold the whole of the phone. All right. That's all. That's all I want to check. I want to just make sure that we on. YouTube don't seem to like telling people when I go live. That's a thing. YouTube be cutting me short sometimes, y'all. That's a thing sometimes. And at least I know at the moment we got one in the building. That's me. That's another thing. How's everybody feeling today, y'all? This is El Roche. This is Tarot with the T. This is some extra other stuff that we do around here. If y'all new to it, if y'all are really new to this channel, this is what I want y'all to do. Sit here. Don't go nowhere if you catch me live or the replay. Let's just chill out. Watch all this. Then I want you to peruse through the channel, see what you like. If you like what you see, go ahead and hit that thumbs up button. If you really like what you see, come on, subscribe to me. Come on, subscribe to me. We do different things around here. I promise we do. We're going to do some singing around here. We're going to do some tarot around here. We'll add some vlog. We'll do some other stuff. We'll go back to the natural hair one of these days. We'll do all of that one of these days. We'll have some day in the life, maybe. Who knows? But right now, right here, right now, y'all checking that title. I hope it's up. We are doing tarot with T. I don't even have like a hard itinerary. I don't. I usually come up to y'all with a long list of things and a whole bunch of heap of stuff to talk about that we can't even get through the whole day. I mean, the whole session without me saying, oh, we'll get back to this thing later. No, I say no, I'm on the roll today. Today has been a blessing for me. And I came here to talk. Not just that, but there have been some things going on, and I just feel like talking. Now, I will say this too. We got a little banner going down at the bottom of the screen throughout this live stream, and that's just to tell anybody that is popping in, if you are present with me live during this stream, and you have a question for me, I will answer it for you to the best of my knowledge. Quickie, to the best of my knowledge, no, at the moment I still do not do private readings. We'll get to that one day. I like my energy. I like it. I like holding it. Yeah, that's all I got on that. Okay. I really hope y'all been good. I hope October been treating y'all right. I hope this year has been treating y'all right because we're just about done with it. It's just about over. Hold on, I'm just checking one more time. I just wanted to see that again. It's good. It's good. It's good. We're good. We good to go. So anyway, let's go on right on to it then. Let's get on right to it. Whew, how was spooky season for y'all? How was Halloween? The kiddies were happy during Halloween. They got to get some candy. They got to trick or treat. Got to play dress up and do that. So all in all, it was wonderful at that time. Spiritually, I really need to handle my business around this time of year. It's too much procrastination and talk about things that I want to do around this very special time of year. And I think I'm hesitant about doing some things because I'm still a student. I'm still learning. I don't be getting too deep into anything unless I have permission. And with that, with Halloween, yeah, I ain't that crazy. I was just happy. I was just very happy. Um, Different things going on in my life, different life changing events, I guess you can say. We'll have different updates on that when the time comes. Just know that if your gut and your spirit is moving you to act a certain way, you move with your gut. You're going to move with your gut. Whether it be for your career, whether it be relationships and what have you, going into the unknown is scary as hell. But what I feel about this time is really a transformative time. Um, I said this earlier, it's doors closing for me. There's chapters closing, and there are chapters that are just, we turn the page to a new. We're going to a new. And I think it's so beautiful, especially us coming out of October, going into November. This time of year, y'all just think of death, which that's going to be a topic in a little bit. But the thing about death, and I just want that to be a reminder of what it symbolizes and what it represents, and it is a beautiful thing. It really is, especially when it's a natural process, because that is how you gear yourself for something new and refreshing. And it's hard and it hurts, but you have to. You can sit in it. You can sit in your feelings and your emotions when it comes to things such as, like I say, death and ending of things. Be in the present with that moment, but you gotta know to work forward and work towards tomorrow. Other updates. Speaking directly on it, I just want to send love and light and prayer to my beautiful dog, Coco Chanel. We've talked about her quite a bit on this channel. She has been in the mix with me and my shenanigans for 13 years. I had my beautiful dog and she transitioned in October. Woo! A week or about 2 weeks before Halloween. Now, like I said, she was 13 years old and already dealing with health issues, you know what I'm saying? So the process was natural in that instance, but this was a family member. This was somebody I love very much, especially if y'all heard me talking about my spiritual awakening videos and how much I talked about the movie Coco and how that has always been an impact to me. I always talk about my father. His birthday was October the 30th. And Coco Chanel would transition on his birthday month. See, she was born my birthday month in June. I got her my birthday month. And her sunset was with her pawpaw. So I asked him, get your dog. That's what I said. And that's how I'm feeling. He got his dog. She went back to her pawpaw. It is what it is, baby. But that's just something we've been dealing with over here. So just send love and light. If you knew about Coco, you knew she was a soldier. You knew she was a G. You knew she was the realest one. You knew that in a scary movie, she'd probably be the one that would survive. So send that to that. And let's just dive right on into it. I got a sip of tea. Y'all already know how we do with that. We gonna sip some tea around here. And I forgot to strain it, so every herb is down here in the mix. Everyone. If y'all see me doing that's probably star anise that I'm eating. That's probably a piece of cinnamon bark. The recipe really don't change too much. Only thing else added to this recipe, baby, I don't care. Sip some. Got something clear today. But yeah, that's all the updates I got for you. I don't even have a lot of subjects, so we really not, I promise y'all, this ain't gonna be all day. This really ain't. Now, some beautiful people come into the chat and ain't scared to ask, ain't scared to talk. Absolutely, we'll be here. I got time. I got time. But other than that, let's just go and hop right on into it. So, boy, we had a whole bunch going on, and let's just start from the beginning. I'm in Houston. If y'all have heard, if y'all know anything about what's going on in Houston at the moment, there has been another entertainer, another rapper that has been slain. And that is Takeoff, who is 1/3 member of the Migos group based in Atlanta. They were in Houston on Halloween. The authorities were called around 2:30 in the morning, so it happened October 31st. And that is when Takeoff, Quavo were present for Jay Prince Jr.'s son, Jazz Prince, for at a bowling alley down here downtown. And there was some sort of verbal altercation that took place, which quickly escalated to gunfire, and inevitably Takeoff was unalive through this event. Now, this what I know about Takeoff from the Migos. He was the most low-key individual of that group. If anything, I've heard one or two things about Quavo, especially when he was dating Saweetie. You know, they had a little situation. The most you would hear about Offset is, you know, philandering things. That's just about the most part. But all in all, I have never heard of Takeoff being involved in any kind of drama, of any kind of just really anything. And here we go with this innocent bystander, with this individual being slain. This is some bullshit. Okay? Houston is a beautiful city. I love my city. Now, I will admit, we get gut around here. It go down in Houston. We're not gonna act okay. Let alone the violence, let alone the gang violence. We could get into the trafficking and how this is a major artery involving that. How Houston, back to the drugs, is a major artery still too, involving the cartel and that situation too. But all in all, Houston is I'm comfortable in my city. I'm not afraid to go places around this city at different times of the day or night. Maybe because I'm slightly off anyway, but that's the gist of it. And I'm talking from 5th Ward, 3rd Ward. I'm talking North Side, South Side, downtown, daytime, nighttime. We move around here with no issue. But it is apparent that there is an energy that is lingering around Houston because there has been a number of entertainers taken out through this year long, through part of last year as well. Y'all can't deny that. I can't think of some of these other people's names. I'm sorry, I don't know them. But I know there was a young lady who I think was from Memphis who was gunned down in Houston. I think she was robbed. She was showing her money or something. She was just signed to a rapper. What I tell y'all about artists signing to other artists. There was also another person who I believe was taken out involving Dice, and I don't know their names. I don't. But I do know there was an event that I was put on hush mouth with talking about with Astroworld. And no, that wasn't a rapper that was taken out during that time, but there was 13 people, including minors, who was taken out. And around that time, I'm getting the heebie-jeebies right now. Around that time with Astroworld, Y'all know, if y'all looked at me at all around that time, before that time, during that time, after that time, I was put on hush mouth during that time. I was told not to talk during that time. There is an energy around my city. hmm And there are some people that are involved that y'all may know, their names that y'all may know. I'm just going to say, when they brought up the name of that birthday party and y'all said it was Jay Prince's son, see, this is why I got quiet. See, now I gotta watch how I talk, because this, like I say, I be around here, so I don't want to say too much and get myself hemmed up or anything like that. But y'all see some involvement going on around here. Tragedy at the end of the day. This is sad at the end of the day, but this is not surprising. This is the same story. This is the same get up. There are so many directions that you can go to with why. What if you're the type that's not just going to sit there and say, well, it was just an accident, because the details around it is supposedly there was a dice game. This is the first thing that's laid out. There was a dice game going on after the bowling alley birthday party event. Somebody said Quavo was losing money real bad and he got into an argument with somebody. And then somebody in his own crew shooting in a way they shouldn't, and it ended up hitting Takeoff in the neck. And then some other shot from the opposing whoever supposedly hit him in the head. And that's how that happened. That's a story that happened. I was just listening to Storm Monroe on YouTube. He's a commentator on YouTube, and he did an open call for different people to just call in, give their gist on what it was. I ain't even listened to the whole call in. I when I saw him live, he was already ending the live. When I was preparing for this, and I just turned on, he highlighted, I guess, certain speakers that came on. There was a young lady that came and spoke, who was present there, who herself didn't want to talk too much because Jay Prince and them knew her directly, so she didn't want to talk too much. But what she said was it had nothing to do with a dice game. It was an altercation that verbally began earlier through the day at 9 something at night. And she said it didn't even involve Quavo. It didn't involve them. But they really were just there in the mix. And she said if y'all really were there, y'all would have seen how Quavo was reacting to the situation. Quavo passed out. He passed out from it. And they had to bring him to it. Now this is her speaking, and her eyewitness, her point of view. Speaking of witnesses, speaking of point of view, can I talk about one other thing real quick, and how sorry and trifling we all are as a people to be so quick to pull out our phones and to document the way that we do? In this day and age, I know it's so handy to have that camera and that phone present with you. But when the main thing you can think about is getting some type of clout just from showing that you're there, just from being the first one to drop. There was a man who lost his life, and his lifeless body was laying. Okay? And the disrespect of it all for people to broadcast this man during this time. His family has to see the Gilly the Kid went off on, I saw on World Star. People got to watch this that love this man, who are close to this man. And here y'all go. We good about that. We are so good about that. I don't even know what damn question to ask. I don't even know what to ask in this situation, because I already know what it is for the most part. I already know it wasn't no accident. We already know that. Hello. Good evening, Eddie Bon Legba. How you doing? How you feeling? I'm just here talking. I really only have a couple of subjects to talk about. I really do. I ain't got a long list, baby. But if you got something you want to talk about, lay it out for me. Lay it out. Right now we are on the unaliving of Takeoff. I had so many thoughts lined up with wanting to speak about this because you know what, this really be on the tone of what we talk about over here all the time on this channel. What's the undertone and the underlying issue? What does this mean? What's the symbolism of it all? Y'all ain't finna have us sit here and believe that this is all an accident. This all something that no, that man was taken. That young brother was taken. Period. I don't know why I feel like sharing this instance of Uber when I was driving, because I say I usually be all over the city. I'm all over the city. And I used to do Uber Eats a lot, especially when I didn't want people in my car. I just wanted to get a little money. So I used to deliver food. And there's this diner that is in the Montrose area. What's the hookah spot that is right down the street from it? There's a hookah place. It's gone. I ain't got it. It's gone. But there's a diner that's across the street that I used to deliver from all the time because they stayed open really late. One day I went into this diner, and this was late in the evening, very late. And it was really, I'm trying to think which one happened first because there's two instances that I went into this diner. The first time, I'm going to say, I think the first time it was HPD there. HPD was present. I guess they having a meeting. I guess this is their little, roundabout. Let's get a little coffee and talk it out a little bit before we beat the streets. But they were deep in there. So this was obviously a spot that I don't think y'all just come to just randomly chill. A group of y'all know they were very deep, okay, before they had some other business to handle. There's another time I came to this same cafe because I came there a lot. I always got action from them because I always was driving late at night. But this time in that same section that the officers was at, this time it was Jay Prince. And my ass, because it was so late at night, I'm not seeing who the main, I just know that the parking lot was packed full of nice cars. And I said, wow, they're busy tonight. I walk in and it is so, the atmosphere is heavy as hell. The atmosphere was serious. I usually go in, have a little banter with the girls, and I slid my little self in there and I sat at the counter like I have an order, waiting for my order, and I'm just peeping the scene. I'm not saying nothing. I see Jay Prince at the head of that table. And at the moment, at that time, I guess I couldn't make out his face or something. I couldn't recognize him. I didn't recognize who he was. I should know, but I didn't recognize. But his aura and his presence was so, like, he's at the head of this table. All these niggas around here. And I mean, they weren't just at the table. They were in the whole vicinity. And it was so deathly quiet for it to be a whole bunch of people, a whole bunch of brothers up in there, especially after the club hours. You would, ain't nobody tipsy, ain't nobody, no, it's we serious. So I don't know why I wanted to share that instance. I just had to share that instance. All these mob ties that Houston has, all these people got to check in for stuff. And, hold up. Y'all, before I even get too deep, I ain't even gonna even flip none yet. We got somebody in the building with us. Hold on, I'm gonna add you in Conversations with Q. Come through.
Am I in? Okay.
Hey now, talk to me.
Latifia, come out and play. El Roche.
This is a
What's up,
first.
girl? It is, girl.
I'm so happy to have you. Conversations with Q. My people, Tara with the T, y'all. We're doing a little something new. We're doing a little something, baby. Look at that. Fresh beginnings. I got my good friend here, Quentin, who is, like I say, Conversations with Q. And he's the man that you want to talk to. Okay, he's the man you want to listen to. He's also the guy who is going to be putting on a comedy show in New York. If y'all gonna be in the city, 11/11 11:11, baby. Get your calendars. It's still 11:1 my time. He got
Mm-hmm.
something going on, and not only will there be wonderful comedy, but there'll be a little music in the mix with the El Roche. Okay, Q.
Mm-hmm. What's up, girl?
What's
What's up?
I
I'm
haven't
coming
even
through.
you on come on
All
through. Just
right,
just
all
give a
right.
little something about yourself too. I just started. I haven't even flipped the card.
I
I kind of
saw,
started.
yeah.
Yeah, because I
I
talk too
saw.
much.
We were talking about Jay Prince, right?
But that's where we at. That's interesting. You would say that. I was talking about
Mm-hmm.
what went down in Houston. I'm talking
Okay.
about what went down in Houston. But I just wanted to just speak a little. I spoke a little bit on Jay Prince. Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So you did you talk about Jay Prince by himself, or were you talking about Jay Prince with the whole Quavo and Migos situation?
I
It
really
ain't
brought him
Quavo.
up.
It's what's the boy's
Takeoff.
name?
Mm-hmm. You
Takeoff.
right.
Yeah.
You right. You right. No, I brought him up because from what we know and understand, um, Jay Prince's son, it was a party. It was something that he was throwing.
Mm-hmm.
So Jazz
Okay.
Prince, so his son. So whenever I heard Jay Prince, I was like, mm. I was like, okay,
Mm.
interesting.
Yeah, because
Interesting.
he has a reputation around the H town, if you know what I mean. And I don't think this reputation is good, right? They say.
It ain't
Um,
bad,
it
but
ain't
it's
bad, but it's not good. You know, if you ain't got no clean slate,
I'm trying to be cute.
no. If you ain't white, you got a spot of dirt. Your ass dirty, as far as I'm concerned. But no, no. I was. It was when I tuned in. I heard you talking about Jay Prince, and I wanted to just make the comment because I think you were talking about an instance when you saw Jay Prince.
I did, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Okay. I think the only time I saw Jay Prince was like from a far off kind of distance and energies and auras and things like that just wasn't for me that day. And so it's interesting.
Mm,
Years later, you hear about people being dragged through the quagmire for whatever they're going through. But I would hate to be associated with like a situation like this. I mean, I don't know how far you got with your viewers. Hey, everybody.
we
But that
we
is horrible. I mean, I liked them.
heard
I thought
of
they
it.
were doing good things, and I didn't really hear much from him. Wasn't he like into gaming or something? He's gonna
Which
start like a
one?
gaming. The one,
Takeoff?
mm-hmm, the one who's
Really?
translucent. I thought he was.
I
Well, I have to do my research. I don't want to get to lying, but I believe he was gonna do like a gaming or a
wow.
online kind of sort of platform, and I thought that was like pretty dope, branching out of like just the
Mm-hmm.
music traditional sense of how we know some of our artists. So
Mm-hmm. I know for sure that the main reason that they were out, I believe they just had an album that they were fenced to release themselves.
all three of them.
No,
So
they're
not the
still
Migos together.
offset. Offset is not really a part of it because there was some type of dispute or something. I can't I don't I contracts, things like that. Offset wanted to branch off. And that's what I
Okay.
had brought up in my story too in Instagram. I was like, didn't y'all have a contractual issue, a situation going on? Like, what did y'all ever make up with Offset? Did y'all ever mend that? Now there will never be a reuniting of the group. There will never be a pickup of it now. They
Whoa,
like,
whoa, whoa, whoa!
I'm
Never say
sorry.
never. Never say
I'm
never.
mm-hmm.
Now I'm just say this. I don't know how your viewers feel, but didn't TLC come back with a whole nother album and there
No
wasn't
part.
no Left Eye?
Let's not. Oh, I thought you were gonna talk about some hologram or some
I wasn't gonna talk about
duel.
I think they should. Okay, well,
Oh Lord.
okay. Let's unpack this. Definitely, we're in the age of holograms. I'm down to go see a little hologram show. They done worked out the kinks with MJ and Lil Whit Knight. By the time Trav set, what's the boy name?
They don't work the kinks out with them. I'm not. I don't care how much the kinks is worked out. I'm not coming. I'm not buying a ticket to see
You ain't
Selena.
gonna go to the hologram.
I'm
You gonna go what? You're not gonna go to the hologram show?
to the hologram show. Just a shame. And that, see, and that right there that's something that grinds my gears because I want y'all to take a look at it. Let's take a look and stay tuned with the Takeoff art. I already seen the artist making. So let's stay tuned with how much things they're gonna put out of Takeoff after it, because it's always about the post hummus. I'm trying to use my big words. Okay, I said hummus like damn Greek food. Post hummus, it always gonna
Which
go
is
up.
good too.
Which is good too. I'm telling you, like brother that just passed away not too long ago in California, he was taking out his record sales went up like 300, 500%. That always happens. But I pulled my cards and I was like, I don't even have usually I have a question already just lined out. Like this is something small that I want to ask about it. I'm really perplexed. I'm really just like, I'm tired of Houston
Wait,
being the
okay, but
area.
can we? Oh, wait a minute. But then can we also talk about what the situation surrounding his? So someone told me that it was he got hit twice in the head, or maybe in the neck, and then in the head. But it was
One of the,
by one of his own people, somebody on your own team.
that's
So
what
maybe the
said.
question is, who do I need to be looking out for so I don't get shot in the head from somebody that claimed to be on my team? Or maybe I need to ask the question of when do I need to go to the range?
Boy, question.
Okay. Can I take a drink before you start? I don't know how your
Please.
viewers feel about
No,
that.
you whatever you doing over there,
Okay.
you
So
do it over
it's
there.
I am. So it's you and I, right? Today we're here checking in with El Roche. What's up, y'all? Give it up for my girl, El Roche.
Oh, we hold on. I see
El
two
Roche.
Edify.
El
Hold on. I
Roche.
see one of my peoples. I just see the comment section.
Okay.
Edify, let's sacrifice for a rise. I'm gonna put it on there. Sacrifice for a rise in somebody's career. And who? And who?
You're on it. You're on it. Well, okay. You say sacrifice for some a rise in somebody's career. I mean, yeah, like that's what they say. All this blood magic is all about, right? They're doing this here, and the only way you gonna be able to come up with it is somebody else get knocked off. However, I don't want to go so deep into conspiracy in that way. I mean, it's such a tragic story, so I don't want to dive into like the sacrifices just yet. But I think it's a very perplexing sort of conversation in that don't they say like those things kind of like happen in threes? And I think El Roche was saying in the beginning of our just when I joined in that it's funny we had just P&B Rock, and then right before that the um he has a deep voice, you know, Pop Smoke.
That was but yes, he was
Yeah,
he
well,
was a little
who?
sick ago, but yes,
And
yes.
there's multiple other not as big names, but I'm just saying we
Mm-hmm.
sort of hear like I don't know. Maybe it is a sacrifice. I'd like to know more. Tell me more.
It's spiritual. Trust there is some spiritual involvement with this Ace of Basket. This is the first one. I can't. There we go. I gotta look at my actual phone. This the Ace of
Okay.
Basket. This is my first card that is coming out. And the Ace of baskets, period. I have two baskets in the mix, but baskets,
Okay.
period, represents spirituality. That's
Talk about
spirit.
it.
That's actual spirit. And I
Well,
think there was absolute involvement with that, but we already know that. Now,
but look at the
who's
time it
involved?
happened.
And
It happened on the Hollow Spirit
there you
Eve or
go.
something like
Let's,
that.
let's
Wasn't
get
that
into it.
like
What
ain't
what
the
does this
spirits?
time of year represent? What is it? And of all the time, what does this time of year represent? Exactly what you saying. This is the Day of the Dead that we're going through. This is when the veil is the thinnest when we going through. Baby, I think this is the time when people want to do some stuff and they want to get it done.
Mm-hmm.
They gonna hop on to it and they gonna get it
Mm-hmm.
done.
I
Now,
agree.
who is going to benefit from this? That's the question. Is it Quavo, even though he was there? Is it quality control and who what's his name over in quality control? That's their management. Cause that's always at the end of the day and the bottom line. Who y'all signing them contracts with? We can get into that. Ada Baskets represent this my second baskets that's coming through. And that's very
Okay.
interesting with this because Ada Baskets is like you see it's a man walking away, he's stepping away from it. So it makes me want to feel like, is it somebody who was trying to walk away and who already stepped away? My bad. See, I'm bringing up Cardi B and Offset.
No, that's what I was saying. If I may interject, I don't know. Maybe okay, because I
You
don't know.
good?
So someone tell me. But to have the conversation about it, maybe it wasn't a sacrifice so that somebody can rise. Maybe that was the sacrifice so I can get on a bow. Maybe I needed to cut a tie so that now I can sever and go on to where I need to go. Maybe that was the
That's
sacrifice that
interesting.
was sort of made because the rise doesn't necessarily have to be a rise. It could be a rise in a theoretical sense of a rise in my freedom or rise in sort of my own space. I wouldn't have that because you're still having to deal with the energies and
Having a
the
tie. Uh-huh.
maybe.
That's interesting. That's an interesting thought. That's a real interesting thought.
Maybe they did it for peace. Maybe while they say that he was like the quietest one of the group, or you didn't kind of hear like a
Oh.
lot about him. You don't know. He might have been the ringleader of stirring up peace, the stirring
They
up the
said
shit.
I didn't listen hard enough, but when I did hear Takeoff, his lyrics were decent. They really were, but I didn't study them as a
They
group.
say he
I
was the
really
best
didn't.
of the
This is
group. They say
something
he was the best, like the strongest
everybody says
rapper
that
in the
he was the
group.
best.
Yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
One thing I do know, one thing I do know, money gonna be the motive. Mother coin right here. Somebody had brought up, I don't mean to just keep bringing up Jay Prince, them and Jazz Prince, but somebody said, why always some gotta happen involving money with them?
With Jay
Why
Prince, yeah,
it's always something in the mix with them? And here we come with this mother of coins. That's the
yeah.
base of it to me. At the end of somebody eating off of it.
Agreed.
Somebody had something to gain from this situation. And I was talking earlier too before you came on. When that's why I shared my little
Talk to me.
story,
Tell me what
my
you
little
got to
Jay
say. What you
Prince,
got to say. What you
my
got to
little
say.
Jay Prince, stuff I didn't know.
Before you
Other
start,
times,
un
eh?
momento, un momento, por favor. Let me take this shot. I brought a shot, one for you, one in remembrance. That's what I got. So, and I know Jen, the recognition to what we got, Jen is around that time. So I just want to pull up to my friend a little bit of Jen. This one is for my people.
Ain't no a pull that, do that.
All right, now tell
Okay,
me this here story now. Let me
you
hear. Let me
better,
hear what I done
you
missed out
better
on.
venerate. You better pull one
Hmm.
for him. No, it was a photographer that I worked with a long time ago. And he was real nice brother. I forgot how I even met him, but he was over there on Homestead somewhere.
Okay.
And I don't know how we got on the subject of we started talking about Swisher House, but then somehow we got onto Jay Prince. And when I just tell you the demeanor of this man, the way he was like, because he was somebody who's worked for him before and different in I forgot what, I don't think it was with music. It wasn't linked with photography because he was a photographer.
Mm.
And that man said, you got to be careful when you work with him. And then he was trying, the way he was talking to me, I'm nobody. I'm just, I'm this random chick, but he didn't even want to divulge too much to me. It seemed like in the instance that I would, you know what I'm saying?
He didn't want your meteoric rise to fame. They say you shouldn't do a meteoric rise because don't meteors be going down, not rising? Something like that. He didn't want your rise to fame to be hindered by that dirty energy, that questionable gray energy, I guess. If anything, I don't call it dirty. I don't know. Dirty, the man.
I'm asking. I'm
Well,
asking. I'm
well,
asking one more.
Latifia, I
I'm
mean,
asking. I got it. I'm finna ask something real quick. I'm
what you
finna
gonna
ask
ask? What
something.
you gonna ask? I'm all ears now.
Ah! Let me see real. Let me see something real quick.
I also picked some gin because I brushed my teeth tonight, y'all. Make sure you brush your teeth and floss. Yes, floss. I mean, what's up? Come on now, people. We gotta floss, people. Brush my teeth tonight. I picked gin. I don't know if this works or this is true or not, but I don't want to. Maybe a clear alcohol won't do as much damage on
Man,
my.
oh man, look,
What we
I'm
got,
just,
T?
I'm, I'm just a crazy lady flipping cards.
Okay,
I always say this when I don't want, this my own disclaimer so I could feel safe.
talk to me.
I'm just a crazy lady flipping cards, and I don't know what I'm talking about. Okay, if you taking what I say for what it say, then that's you. But I like breathing.
Okay,
Baby,
what we
that
got
man got
now?
something to do with it. Period. I just that it's involved. He got something to do with it. Prince and them got something to do with it. And I am not just gonna necessarily say Jazz. I ain't gonna necessarily say Jay Prince, but it's very interesting that I get the mother of Baskets and the daughter of
Ooh, baskets
Boy.
again.
I get not just that.
Wait a
It
minute.
ain't
Wait a
just
minute. Wait a minute.
you
Let me
heard
let me
that.
not. I think I did because a few moments ago you got the now you got
Coin.
the coin, mother of coin, and now you got the daughter of coin. Is that what you
And
just
now I
said?
got a mother and a daughter. Now I got family. Now I have a familiar sense going on in the sense. And these are the only two cars that are upright. Man, y'all already know that. If y'all talk about mob ties and ties, there's some other tie going on in Houston, and I don't know what's going on. I thought y'all supposed
You
to be
said
having
it.
this.
You just said it. Mob ties. Drake had a whole song called Mob Ties.
But I thought we supposed to be having mob ties that protect the entertainers around here. I thought they check in around here and they safe. But it seemed like they checking in somewhere, and if they get a part of the mix, they gotta. I got hey
And who's
y'all.
protected? Who is this they? Yes, you thought they were protecting him. They protected themselves. You see, he was Quavo didn't get shot.
I thought they did say that he did or something. He didn't lose his life.
Okay. Thanks you. Thanks for clarifying for those who didn't understand.
Interesting. And I get mother of baskets and daughter of coins, and I straight up just asked. I said, "Did
And
Prince or
maybe,
did Prince
maybe,
family
maybe
have
Cardi B
something to do
pregnant.
with it?"
Maybe Cardi B pregnant right now with a little baby on the way.
I don't know. She was talking about she want a baby. It could be, but
You move one life out
another
the way to make
thing,
room for the next.
the thing with Cardi B too, it was another lady that I listen to her sometimes. I don't listen too hard on people when they do readings, but some people I just like listening to them. They funny. And she brought up Cardi B a lot during this time. And people kept trying to tell her, like, no, it wasn't Offset. She's like, I know, but she kept bringing Cardi B energy up. And she talked about the time when Cardi B was taken up for the boy at PNB, right?
PNB Rock, yeah.
Okay. Cardi B was taken up for his baby mama at the time because everybody was being hard on the baby mama because they said she was the one that dropped the
The
location.
location. Mm-hmm.
Remember that? Yeah.
Yeah.
When Cardi B spoke at that time, I was like, Conversation with Q. I don't know if you know, but I did a reading on that situation, and PNB baby mama girl, that girl she was involved. She was part of it. She was just how I'm for sure what I'm saying here.
Because
That
so
girl,
many came after the fact. So many of these. celebs came after the fact and was like, oh, well, I didn't have as much information and I didn't mean to. That was just a market cleanup game.
That was a
Y'all said
mark.
what y'all said and it meant what y'all said. And now we know how our words impact, or some people, or some words, I guess. Have you talked about
Ooh.
Kanye yet?
Can we go? We can let's I like this. I don't have anything else to add to it. It's just prayers to his family. And that's tragic that something like this happened. I love my city, Houston. I very much do, but there is energy on it. Like I was talking about earlier with Astroworld, I can't even get too deep, but it's some over here. Rappers keep getting knocked off. It's something. It's something. I know part of that something. Jay Prince now. All right, man, I've been. Let me go.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Let's call
I
this
don't
a
know what
lesson learned.
stock
Did
he
when
had in it. I don't know what, but I know that when I first heard that name, I said, oh, okay. Okay.
what what
Now I'm gonna see if I'm brave. Oh, I was gonna say the signal gone, but let's lead. I like that because Kanye actually was the next subject to talk about. It's a lot to unpack with Kanye, but this last thing that we talked about. That's part of what Kanye was talking about. How y'all glorify different things that go on in rap and all that, and y'all hush other things, and we have to constantly go through losing rappers to violence, losing entertainment and all that. But we gonna bridge all that together some type of way. Let's go on to Kanye. Kanye.
well, let me just say I'm still a supporter, okay? I'm still a supporter. I mean, I can tell you right now, was it a twig my twisted my sick twisted dark fantasy?
mm,
But
mm.
I'm going to listen to the album whether we cancel Kanye or not. I'm just
All
telling y'all
right,
right
hey,
now. You know,
hey.
let's play the blame. He can
Um,
go run away.
baby, devil in a new dress. Devil in
Okay.
a new motherfucking dress.
He tried to tell us. And he
You
tried to tell
know,
us. Like, where were y'all? Okay, before we start into whatever he did, I want to acknowledge the fact that Kanye didn't just pop on the scene yesterday for y'all who just got upset yesterday. Kanye's been on the scene 15, 20 years now.
yeah, he's been in the game. He's made his mark in the game, in the
Didn't he
music
take
game.
that mic from that girl on that stage like a naturally syndicated?
They still haven't forgiven him for that.
But then
Is
you
that when
know the
is
weird,
that when
like,
Obama called him a jackass? Was it that time? Like Kanye been public enemy number one, nigga. The president call you a jackass.
the black president,
The
the
black
only
president
sitting,
call you
the
a
only
black
black president.
the only half. Let me stop. Black president call
He
you a
didn't say
black.
that. He didn't even say nothing about 50 Cent, but he gonna call you black. He gonna call you what? Come on, man. Don't do it.
Kanye, in my opinion, is he's speaking real. He's speaking right, Quinn. And this, you know, I love Kanye. This is me and Kanye got the same birthday. I always try to throw that out anytime I get June 8th. I see the arrow. June 8th, baby. What's up, Geminis?
Break it down for us. Let us know, like, what? Okay, what did he say? What was
Oh,
the
this is tough.
backlash? Where we are now? I don't
This
think
is
I'm
tough.
fully clear on what he really did say or
Can
didn't
you
say.
help me? Can you clarify where the specific anti-Semitic quote was? Because that's what they're saying. The boy's anti-Semitic. That's the main reason that they're canceling him.
Um, to be honest, I can't pinpoint it, and I think it was had something to do with somebody supporting something.
He spoke about, from what I remember, the Drink Champs, Drink Champs
Mm-hmm.
did the interview with them with Nori, and he spoke, he gonna talk. Kanye gonna talk. But he said something around the lines of there's a percentage of the Jewish community that owns everything and they're controlling what can be put out.
Yes, we
And
know that.
what you say, conversation with you?
I say we know that. Like I
Thank
don't
you.
wait. Whoa.
Oh, okay.
Whoa. Now
I'm
we don't
sorry.
know. I don't know what these people are, whether they're Jewish or whatever. I don't know that. The Jolly Green, whatever y'all are. But I do know that it's a small amount of people that control a lot of the things. And by a lot of the things, it's major media, it's major television, the print, it's everywhere. I even and you notice how like a lot of like when you mention the major syndicates, you got like news, they all report the same thing. We all read about the same things. They're all, oh well, this is the hot top right now when there are a laundry list of other things that we could deal with to bring awareness to some of the most salient issues, but those aren't the salient news presses. They're not the things we hear in the news. When do we hear about did we ever hear about them finding them Oprah's what them girls at from Oprah?
Oh,
That ain't never make it to the news, did it?
I
But
ain't even.
we got to hear about Russia and Ukraine. Don't get
I
me
do.
wrong. I think it's warring of the people is tragic just across the board. I mean, imagine somebody came up in here. You know what I'm trying to say? We about to go to war, and I was trying to you know chill out and hang out and have a conversation. So I definitely understand the sort of tragedy surrounding that, but I don't think that should be the number one thing on my radar right now as a black man living in America, with Harlem, America. You know what I'm trying to say? I think that there's way more bigger fish that I can fry, ranging from my economic struggles or my economic sort of progression, my racial sort of navigation of life, my educational progress. There's areas there, my nation building and community building, sort of giving back, philanthropy type work. None of those sort of mildly hot topics make it to our mainstream media, and it's because there's a small amount of people trying
Mm-hmm.
to keep the country, as far as I'm concerned, on edge, on some
Come on.
offbeat stuff to distract us from the real things that we can put in place to change this sort of hamster wheel. They say that the way niggas, they say black people ain't had no chance before we even became slaves. I think it was Nas that told us, and I think I can, that they went way back to way back, but they don't want to teach us that. And Nas also told us in that very same song, knowledge is power, and they don't want us to have that knowledge, teaching us our history. And these small amount of people, they know if they don't control the narrative of our history, if they're not controlling what is put out, we may get access to some
Mm.
history that they weren't trying to let slip. We may interpret the history in a different way than what they've over, you know how they put some shit on there and write it and tell you that that's what it is, and then you peel back that little topic. It was like, oh, this some trick code type shit. That's what I think is happening. I think Kanye called that out. So again, I don't know what those people are. If they're Jewish identified, but when they close the door, there's something else. I don't know because I ain't with them people like that. But I know I ain't the one controlling it. But I don't have a control in when I turn on the news. I can go through 12 different news stations, and all of them are reporting the exact same thing. Then I say, hey, I'm gonna turn off the news because I don't want to hear that shit no more. And then it's on the radio, and I say, okay, well, I don't want to hear it on the radio. I'm gonna pick up a book, and then it's the newsstand.
Come on, medias.
Somebody tell me.
Back to my attack on black media's attack on black. I can always reference that very, very long vlog because there's more forms of media than the ones that you would just think about. Like he just listed three or four. He
Major
just
media,
talked about the news. We just talked
major.
about music. Just got into that. And once you have people that can control all those forms of media, even way back when they didn't have TV, they had books, they had paintings, they had things of that. So that's
Oh,
media.
we're
And
gonna destroy. You got paintings. We're gonna burn the temple down. You ain't got no paintings no more.
you ain't got no
How much
painting.
how much of the black history or the African diaspora throughout the African diaspora, how much of our history was through storytelling, crafting, arts and craft?
Yep. Yep.
You go through.
There's a book. I need to, damn. I can't think of the title of this book. And I'm later, if I even snip this out, I will promise to paste it on there if I edit it, which I doubt. But there is a book that is on sale for like $500 on Amazon, and the title is on the tip of my tongue. It's like German something something, because it was some Germans. Damn, I'm not even getting the right. It was somebody who was going around collecting artifacts and evidence, and it showed the facts of our peoples. It showed a whole bunch of black Virgin Marys. It showed a whole bunch of real things that went on in the temples in Egypt. Like, they just took a lot of pictures of artifacts that showed flat out that we were
Yeah,
more than just the narrative that they put out.
yeah. And I think with Kanye also, okay, so I think he did that in terms of the Drink Champs, but in the same interview on the Drink Champs, then the second thing he did to just sort of add fuel to the fire was call out George Floyd's mother or baby mama,
George, yes, the family.
the
Mm-hmm.
family.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that didn't get him any more. I think he was already in the fire because I think around the time, I don't know if did Adidas separate
Mm-hmm.
or start separation with him right around the anti-Semitic marks, and then there was this that started to happen, and then once he said the things about George Floyd family,
Mm-hmm.
then everybody else kind of like jumped on the
Let me
bandwagon.
cut you right there, baby. George Floyd and the black issues and black family ain't got shit to do with his real money being cut. It don't. It ain't.
Okay,
The
put me
damn
on.
the
It
damage.
was another way to cover.
Kanye West said shit about slavery was a choice, and I talked about that old vlog a long time ago. Kanye talked about,
Was it a choice, El
was it a
Roche?
choice? And I said,
Was it a choice, El Roche? What's up? What's up? Tell the
and I'm
people.
gonna
Tell the
tell you,
people.
slavery technically, and I'm gonna say this, and I promise I'm not just agreeing with my Gemini brother. Slavery was a choice. Slavery was a choice of some, because some of my beautiful ancestors at that time decided to choose to live, decided to choose to play the game that they needed to play in order for their lineage. And at that point in time, for some of my ancestors, they chose to make the decision to be alive.
Correct.
I can't
Oh,
put
you
me in the
spicy girl. You spicy
put me in
girl.
I'm spicy, huh? I got
You
I
spicy
got a little
girl.
somebody, like, I got goosebumps. So that's speaking for somebody.
Your
Y'all ain't
Halloween
gonna
was
get this.
yesterday. That's a goosebumps
It's the
reference.
second one. I'm just saying. So slavery technically was a choice, but it was not a choice, but it was a little bit of a choice. But nonetheless, we went through that, remember? They ain't
I
cancel
do.
Kanye at that time.
Mm-mm.
The labels ain't drop him around that time. They want to stun his ass when he talk about black. That ain't the only black thing he talked about. Did he talk about Harriet Tubman? Like what else did
I
Kanye? He
think
said
so. I
so
do
much.
believe he talked about Harry. Harry. Yeah, that's exactly what I
He
was
said
saying.
a couple.
Kanye's been around here for a while now, and he's like consistently stayed relevant, particularly relevant based on his word choices, wordplay, poking at sort of like
Mm,
sensitive topics. And I don't think that, I think what you're saying, or what you're pointing out or making us aware of, educate the people. What you're letting us know that it's only when you say specific things that impact a small percentage of people I don't know. Sad. So sad.
So it wasn't no black Jews, Quinn. There
I
wasn't no
do
black
believe that
Jews.
there were black Jews. Damn right. The Jews, God's chosen people.
Word on the
And I
curb is it was a whole
and
bunch of
and I
us.
and baby, I'll say this. I Quentin Sip is God's chosen people. So if you want to call me a Jew, Frank, Louboutin, I'm God's chosen people on the list. Now you can change the language, change the words. Can you call a rose by any other name?
I'm not finna be one of them people that's like, I mean, I am kind of one of them people that's like, we are everywhere. We are everywhere on this map. Because you break down the planet, wasn't it all one thing? When it all
They call
Pangea,
that.
when it all, and then it
Don't they
broke
call
off.
that pancake?
Penderosa, Pangea. Once upon a time, it was all one thing. And then later it separated. All I know is we touch every part of this map. That's what I know.
So should
All I
we
know
cancel
is
Kanye? Should we cancel Kanye, or should we go buy all his Yeezys out of Marshalls?
oop, canceling Kanye, them going through
Even
the motion
Goodwill.
of canceling Kanye. They said Goodwill wouldn't accept his mess. I think that's a lie. That y'all lying. Y'all putting 20 on 10. And let's get it right. Yeah, he going from a billionaire to a like millionaire. So it ain't like he finna be on the curb destitute. Let's if that's the case. I if Kanye was to be canceled, y'all should have canceled him a long time ago. Y'all should did that long time ago. I will say I think he for us kinda, but once you are an entertainer, once you are in a different tax bracket, you're not just black. You don't relate to us. Matter of fact, didn't he tell us, he said that once upon a time, like, if you make less than me, you can't talk to me. I don't know who he was going off
He
on.
said that he won't argue with somebody that makes less money than him. He won't argue with someone about money who
I got
makes less money than him.
you
And
know
in a
what I
lot of ways,
you
I
know
can,
what I feel.
I
See,
mean,
once
and
again, here
I didn't say in all the way, and you see how I didn't say he was right, nor did I say he was wrong. But I do think he says things that prompt discussions and prompt like
yeah.
thoughtful sort of interactions. Latifia, one thing that this country always preaches is, or what's a hot buzzword is diversity.
Mm,
Oh, diversity. But they're always when you notice when people or when diversity is referenced, it's referenced in terms of like, oh, diversity, we want to have different races and genders and
mm.
are non-binary people who don't have a gender, do they anyway, that's a whole nother discussion. A whole nother discussion.
Save
But
that for
there's no acknowledgement of diversity of thought and where we're entering into today, which I thought it was a very sort of I don't know. It just seems like a lot of not
mm-hmm.
weird, but some things that make you want to say to the people, "Bitch, open your eyes, wake up and smell the." By this point, it ain't even coffee no more. They don't put the Baileys up in there, and they don't left the coffee out.
Ah!
But this Kanye thing is happening now. Elon Musk done took over Twitter,
I think he
charging
told
people niggas. The word nigga done spiked 500,000 times. Now we're going into this debate about free speech versus hate speech. Nobody's saying nothing about them 500,000 increases of the uses of the word nigga, but one word about the Jews seems to
one
me
word
like
about the
one word
Jews would
about.
end you. Kanye, Nick Cannon tried that mess a couple years ago. I will never like Nick Cannon. Never. He's a sleazeball to me. And then one time when he was trying to be Hotep and I'm brother
He's
and peace, da da
sleazy.
da
He's a sleazeball. That's why he got on the damn key.
da. Baby, that day them Jewish folks got on him for what he didn't even say it on his platform. He allowed somebody to come and spit knowledge on his platform, baby. And they had that boy backtracking, pussy popping. He got
Did
him
he
a
lose his
rabbi,
deal?
huh?
Did he lose his deal? Wasn't he with
Wilding out.
well, aren't that's Viacom, isn't it?
Come on. I don't talk
Everything's owned by
about
Viacom. We just
Viacom.
said everything's owned by these same sort of people. So it's not surprising. I should not have displayed such gas. Yes,
Viacom, if y'all
you
don't
don't hear him
know,
saying
like
nothing, and he
MTV
knows to be
creates
smart
on
right now.
huh?
He knows to be smart right now and not say nothing, especially right
You
now.
know he got to
Oh,
feed them 20 kids. And with Nick Cannon, if Nick Cannon would have just stood 10 toes deep, I love saying that, 10 toes down, 10 toes deep, and just would have kept his platform going, it would have been his. He would have got support of us. And I
yeah,
think it would have built into something where you can really spit
yeah,
knowledge. But I think he got scared because they start pulling stuff away from him. And I'm telling y'all, that man when he got that rabbi on that doggone thing and was apologized. I'm like, you can go. Because he was one of the main ones shucking and jiving for George Floyd's funeral. See how we can wrap that all back together? That's why I ain't like Nick Cannon or Kevin Hart. George Floyd's funeral was a concert to y'all. He had 3 funerals and he was on a tour. And in Houston, because of spiritualists, and she had a shop, she was a family member of his. The real family couldn't even get into the funeral. And now y'all want it. I ain't gonna even talk about that family like that. I don't even know
I
what
didn't even. Oh my God, I didn't even know that.
they
Do
couldn't
you
even
think that there's
what?
I'm gonna say as someone who's connected to the, is it okay to say ether?
Say that. We all connected
Okay.
to the ethers in one way.
As someone who's connected and in tune with the ether, um, is there a line to which you don't want to? You just said, okay, I don't want to talk about that family like that. When do we talk about it? Is there a line that we cross between sort of like respecting and not a calling out, but sort of an acknowledgement of, hey, that wasn't the best decision making or demonstrated decision making to me?
That's tough, Quinn. Cause I'm thinking on the girl, and I can't remember who it is in the family that's suing for Kanye for $250 million.
Isn't it the baby's mom?
I feel like it's baby mama. I feel
Or
like it's baby.
it's a mama. So it's either his baby's mom or George Floyd's mother. And I don't think it's the mother, so I think it's the baby mom.
I think it's peculiar. I don't
Ooh.
know. And I feel it they have a right because they hurt. They have a right to do whatever they want to do to feel better about the situation. But the way it looks, the optics of it look like a money grab. It does look like a money grab that Kanye said. Like
Well, you pulled a card earlier that told us what all runs around money, so I'm not surprised. And if you're gonna do it, you might as well go big or go home. So if you sitting him and he's already on the fire for this other stuff, if I was them, yeah, I'm gonna see if I can get a little
you,
bit more, a little bit
you
extra
getting
on
your
top.
wins. You see, we finna eat. That's a quick. Everybody dropped that man child Adidas, Balenciaga. Let's get into some of
He
these
couldn't even
brands.
he
Let's
couldn't
let
even
me.
get sketches.
He couldn't even get to Skechers, y'all. That's what they say. He couldn't even get to Skechers. Speaking of brands, I just want to bring this up real quick too. I posted this on my Instagram because y'all are a bunch of hypocrites. My black people don't even know what y'all mad for, and y'all real selective with the shit. I'm gonna say that. But let's talk about Chanel, because I talked about my sweet Coco Chanel early in her transitioning. We all know real ones know about her. Where I got Coco's name from was Coco Chanel, the designer of Chanel bags. the history of Chanel real quick. Look, she needed Nazi help so she can keep her company afloat. So she was knee deep in the game, affiliated with the Nazi regime, helping with them with whatever she can, just so she can make sure to stay funded for her company. So that's Chanel. Then we got to Gucci just recently, 2 years ago. Y'all ain't said nothing when that Gucci line came out with that monkey gollywog, Google gollywog, and what that is, and how that's negative to the Black community, the imagery and the caricatures. They remember Gucci had that ugly ass sweater, the ugly ass sweater. And what did my Black people on my timeline expect? My timeline said they was gonna get their Gucci. They didn't give a damn. They were gonna buy their Gucci.
One that stole the line around the. Wasn't the line around the store, and didn't Boosie
Yep.
walk? Well, he was like walking in the mall, and like he was like, "All y'all niggas standing in line for Gucci, and them niggas don't like y'all."
And
Gucci don't like.
Gucci don't like y'all, and y'all gonna still be in the store, and you gonna buy from them. That's a fact. That's another one. Oh, recently, either you brought it up or somebody else brought up Adidas to me.
So I read this article that apparently Adidas and Puma had ties in, I want to say, Nazi. So it was Addy somebody, and then Poo Ta somebody, and these two brothers, like, they were Nazis, and then they ended up like started these companies, Adidas and Puma respectively. But it all started with like Nazi support, basically. But we all flocking. I bet you everybody got a. I can't.
I got some Puma.
And them Adidas tracksuits had the game. Had the girls on lock.
Yeah.
What's the saying? I had a clutch on the girls. They had a clutch on them. You know what they say? That hairstyle had a chokehold on the girls from 2002 to 2008.
Hold on, man. What's up, Aziz from Holland? What's good? Aziz wants to know, I'm an Armani. Oh, you an Armani guy? That's what's up, Aziz. What's this all about? This is Tarot with the T. I'm El Roche, and I do a little tarot. If you have a little question that you want me to answer, I will gladly answer it right here, right now. Other than that, we're just talking about everyday things that's going on. And hold up. Aziz wants to also add, yes, in Germany. Started with the Olympic Games. Because y'all can't forget about that. Who the one Black brother that went to the Olympics? Oh, Lord, Jesse Owens. Oh, Jesus, I should know this. And he dursted just about all of them.
Aziz, you're on it.
Talk about it. Baby, don't even get me started on the Nazis, because I still thank them for creating Orange Fanta, the best orange soda there is, because around that time they could not get a hold of the Coca-Cola formula when we were at war. So they had to come on up with something else to quench that thirst, and Orange Fanta is the best orange soda, and that was them too. Oh, can we talk about NASA too? Can we talk about all the many scientists, the German scientists that y'all brought on over to be on our team? Like, please, United States, y'all are hypocrites.
In every which way.
Every which way. We only on Germany. We only on the Nazis because we was talking about them Jews. That's really it. We can keep going, but just want to throw them out there. So yeah, you're right. Just hypocritical.
I think we're talking about those people, period, across the board, and you have different identified groups of people that control things. They're the powers that be, if you will, and how one's words alone can have your whole life upended, whether you're down here or you way up here status. You could be celebrity, billionaire. Apparently you can be a billionaire. Say the wrong thing. not do the wrong thing, or is saying something on a
Mm,
national broadcasted
mm,
podcast.
mm. I'm back on Kanye. I love Kanye.
I'm ready
I
for the
love
questions. Let's what we gonna ask? What we gonna
I don't
ask?
trust Kanye because I
I
don't
don't
trust Kanye.
either. Wait a
He
minute, wait a minute, wait a minute. Okay, may I talk about it? I
please.
do trust Kanye. I
Okay.
do trust Kanye because I do think Kanye, he's reached a status, we know that.
Yes.
But I do think Kanye's roots, his roots, I think they're
Re-
there. I think they're there. And I haven't heard that Kanye's doing anything like he ain't messing with no kids. He ain't, you didn't see him stealing from a charity organization. Thanks, Brett Favre. He ain't like,
Ooh.
you see what I'm trying to say? He ain't doing nothing so
See.
detrimental to me. Like, yeah, he may wear a shirt that's provoking here or there, say a thing, take a mic, but he ain't out here working in the slave, he ain't sex trafficking, whatever, or part of the nothing like that. So I think that in some ways, throughout this long amount of time, I think Kanye's negative is in the forefront. Like it's right there in your face. You can kind of see it. And in that way, I do think we can trust him as we may not trust him because we don't know what Kanye does when we're not in the room outside these cameras, blah, blah, blah. And we know he's a human and that makes him selfish and that makes him, he has, the same human qualities that make us all bad in the way that it does. But I do think that again, he's been in the forefront, and he throughout all these years, he's always sort of pushed this narrative of not provocation just for the sake of provocation, but for provocation for the sake of trying to elevate and educate us. It may not be in the ways that we thought it would be, but it definitely hasn't just been to put specifically our community down.
Quinn, the cards agree with you. They Spirit does agree. Absolutely. Just part of me say I don't trust Kanye, and it just because I don't trust now one of these damn celebrities. It's a select few that I feel like really is here for us. Kanye, I love him, but it's like I feel like he's torn. He's in this battle. Kanye not part of the program. I asked, is Kanye just part of the program he's sent out to do this? Just flat out. Kanye is he's really tormented with his own thing, with trying to progress and do something else.
Yeah.
He did lose it. And Aziz put it out there. Kanye lost it. He did lose it a little bit because he kooky. I mean, shit, he is. He be sending his Gemini. But Kanye inevitably really is trying to push for something. He really is trying to put the message out there, my peoples. He really do love us, y'all. He love us, y'all. I just said a second ago, he in a whole other category. You in another tax bracket. You a celebrity. So there's other stuff that, of course, he is doing with, trying to benefit with himself. He went from billionaire to not.
But pause. May I pause you? May I pause you?
Go
For
ahead.
example, he's doing stuff to benefit us. I would not have known that
Mm,
Kanye gave $2 million. I
mm.
would have had no idea until she went back to sue him. But beyond that, what he said was absolutely right. Like that's an
Mm.
actionable act. Like at the time when that happened in our community, like that was an actionable step.
Mm-hmm.
That's all.
When he donated that 2 million.
When he donated that 2 million, and when he did that twanky baby, he put that 2 mil up on it. That's what are you saying? Like at the
Mm-hmm.
time, there was so much civil unrest, and there was so much that could be said about what was surrounding there was civil unrest in the country. There's so much surrounding the actual like trial. The cause of death was like up in the air. Hearing these different media telling you different things. That's that
Mm-hmm.
media we're talking about. But he made actions and gave that family, donated money. You just spoke earlier and just acknowledged how it's all about money, how it all comes back down to it. So you can say whatever you want to do, but that mighty dollar comes through oftentimes, or in a lot of, or in times more than some of them words can, you know, that
Mm-hmm.
money makes it easier. Well, Kanye giving $2 million to that family. I mean, how can one say he's not supporting us? He could have gave 100,000 and kept it moving. He gave $2 million.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And
He's
then it
so
makes me
smart.
the reason why I think that is so, he gave $2 million to George Floyd. Now I don't know. I don't want to go pour the books, but did he, I wonder if and how much he gave to Philando Castile's family.
Oh, I thought
How
you was
much
gonna
he gave?
ask something else. I thought you was gonna ask how much did Black Lives Matter donate? Because if I'm not mistaken, what's baby the young man? Damn, this the main one that touched me because he was about 12 years old.
Tamir Rice.
Tamir Rice family. I got loud. I'm sorry.
Tamir
I ain't seen
Rice.
none of that. They ain't
Latifia, I
everybody
don't know who you're talking about. I don't know which name you're referencing because there's so many.
with so many.
Yeah, I can understand how it's hard to come up with the name right off the top of our heads when the names just keep coming in, and we have to keep reliving these different traumas and these different stories that are so relatable to this story that I just recently heard and just saw that there was no action taken. So it's understandable in that way, but it's not acceptable.
Mm-hmm. But so that 2 million is a guap compared to some because we still trying to go. They still need to go through the books of Black Lives Matter and all the houses they. But I told y'all I ain't never liked them people. Okay, so I ain't never studied them people. So why are y'all tripping on the White Lives Matter shirt? Like my people, y'all just like what y'all getting mad for? What were y'all so upset about that time? Well, we see Aziz says his heart can be on the right place, but sometimes he makes comments when I think, don't say that. Be smart and let them see by their action. Every life matters. Every life matters, Aziz. And it is about action more than what you say in your words. That is very true. But these days, you better watch what you say. What you say can end your whole career, your whole entire career. And I want to touch on just because of what you're saying right there, Aziz, when we are all the same. Okay. I love our differences. I love learning about different people and different groups, and I respect different groups. But I said this time and time again. It's not about a race thing at the end of the day. Now, I'm speaking on my people and the turmoil of my people, and it's a whole bunch of y'all got to do so we could fix it. It's a whole bunch of payback for my
Yeah,
people. But
yeah.
at the end of the day, respectfully, as a human race, there is something else bigger than just this black and white shit, than just the LGBTQ, and because there's something with that too.
Oh,
And
oh.
way above that, there's a spiritual warfare going on, baby. It's a galactic ass warfare going on. We getting goofy just breaking down this little fractures of each other. It's so dumb. It's so dumb. That little 1% don't just control the black folks, that control the masses. This involves the whole masses.
Mm-hmm.
I just want to bring that up because Aziz said we are all the same. We all love, we are one. And I would
We
love
are
to
Aziz. Aziz,
kumbaya.
that is Aziz. We all bleed the same blood that's the color red. We all got a little heart up in there pumping. But we get so lost, and a lot of times we create these boundaries. We create them ourselves to box ourselves in. And we have to be the change that we want to see in the world. And it takes comments and those type of words to come out. Hey, we're all the same. Recognizing we're different in our own way.
We
Everybody's unique.
different, right? And it's beautiful. And it's okay. Oh, child, oh, baby, Aziz in Russia. Oh, Lord, have a problem. America is too much hate. I think we have also a problem here with Russia. Putin, child,
No, on that note, El
child.
Roche, it's been
Prayers,
lovely.
prayers to y'all.
I'm gonna have to
Conversation
head
with
out
you, that's
now.
it.
Yes,
I'm
that's
so
it.
happy for you to just even come on. I know it's late. I'm happy I ain't doing this at 3 in the morning. But for you to be up anyway and you in New York, so I'm really appreciative. Before you go again, you want to tell the people what's going on with you? That you have
Well, a lot of different things. You can catch me in the city, in Harlem. I have a show on the 11th. We had a time last night. Register on Eventbrite. Check out my Insta, Conversations with Q, for more information. You can also catch me on Thursday nights, Friday nights at the Comedy in Harlem Club, located in East Harlem, the one and only. That's it. Check out my live. Check out my click, like, follow, subscribe. El Roche. I love you, girl. This is the best. Tara with the T. She's so inspirational. I mean, for real, Latifia. I think what you're doing for the people, this is a space to talk and connect. It's like getting the answers in real time from someone
things.
from way in Russia. The
I love
impact
that.
and that's the comment. It took a Russian. It didn't take someone in Russia acknowledged like we were all the same, and that's beautiful. I want to encourage you, my friend. I want to encourage you, Aziz. I heard you out there, Aziz. I want to encourage you all. Have a good night. Be safe. Keep each other safe.
For sure. And I will link your comedy show. I should have known that. But when we get off, I will be sure to link information on Quentin, Conversations with Q, his Instagram, as well as his event that's coming on 11/11. It's free in New York. I'm gonna be there too.
If you're there,
I'm
come
gonna
on,
be
check us out.
live.
Check us out.
Oh, we're gonna have conversation there too, along with comedy and music. So I'm gonna put your information in there when I
Great.
end this live. So thank you so much for coming through and talking. We're gonna come through again sometime so we can talk sometime.
All right, boo. All right, bye, y'all. Have a good
You have a good
one.
night. Okay. Hey, it's me again, baby. I like that. Okay, so that was a first. That was a first tell with the T. We had somebody stepping on in, coming on in, and that is one of my bestest friends. Cool brother, cool brother. But we're gonna be doing that more often here on this channel too as well, because I want there to be some conversation. I want there to be some type of talk too. Let's get right back on into it though, okay? At the end of the day, you have a great day too, Aziz. Thank you so much. Thank you so much for just coming by and showing love. I very much appreciate it. That's what it's all about over here. I'm just talking. I'm just talking. I could be talking about some things that you want to hear. Who knows? But yeah, I back to Kanye. Back to it. Look, I can't add on too much stuff to it. There's just things that there's layers to break down with Ye. There's layers. You just got off of work, baby. It's time to lay it down. It is 1 o'clock in the morning over here, and I don't know what I'm still doing up. What? But I do know what. I know what. I'm always up. Yeah, and funny times when just my spirit is moved, so I gotta talk. But back to what we got from this with this reading, when I asked, just wanting to know, is Kanye West part of the program? Is Kanye West just because in my mind and heart, I call him a trickster. That's the label I caught with it. Oh no, I didn't finish, baby. My friend just hopped off. He came and hopped on with me. I'm still here talking for a second. I still got some on my heart and my mind. I'm gonna talk, so I'm gonna talk about it for a little bit, and then I'm gonna hop on off. But when I just straight up asked, is this all a ruse? Is he part of the scheme and the plan to push whatever message through? Kanye is really fighting for something of his, but Kanye, yay, is coming from a place that does care about the progression of his people. He does. I do feel like there's a different Ye. I do feel like this ain't the same as Kanye. There was a meme or something that came out that reported that Kanye broke ties with Ye or something like that. I put it on my stories one time and I said, "Oh, that's some Gemini shit right there. That's yeah, that sounds like something we gonna do." I have a whole other alter ego, if you know about me, the other me on Instagram. So I get it. I get it. I get it. Trust me. But I heard other people speak on how they feel like Ye is like, how we talk about cloning and MK Ultra and all that. They said that's not the same Kanye. No, this ain't the same Kanye. This is not the same Kanye that sat on live during Katrina and said Bush does not like black people. That ain't the same Kanye that we're dealing with today. It's not. The Kanye we are dealing with today, like I say, tormented is the word that's coming into my heart. I did a reading on Kanye, and this Four Sticks in Reverse is reminding me of it. Father Sims is reminding me of it too when I speak on, because I got Four Sticks the last time. When I pointed out that Donda situation, when he was going about in Atlanta and Chicago, and y'all people took part in that ritual that he put on with that concert that he put on when them people was running around that circle around him, and we witnessed the whole ritual with fire and water and all that. And I linked it to Katrina because he even had songs on his album saying hurricane and all that. Kanye don't just worship when he keep talking about Jesus and God. I love you, Kanye. I gotta talk about it. Because during that reading and during that stream, I wanted to point out to y'all, when these celebrities and people talk about God and Jesus, they're not speaking on that same Savior that y'all are talking about, baby. That's not what Jesus you talking about. What God you talking about? Because that's he be talking to the devil for all I know, baby. Let's just keep it real. But during that time when he had all y'all chanting Donda, when he reenacted Katrina and he reenacted having to lay on the cot, and he stayed at the Mercedes Benz, because that's where people who were displaced during Hurricane Katrina having to go through that energy of being displaced, being put into a space, which was the Mercedes-Benz Dome, sleeping on cots and having to deal with seeing dead bodies in the mix, people assaulting people robbing people, and so forth. And remember, Kanye did that. I side-eyed him around that time. Real major side-eye around that time. He pulled on all the energy, all the melanated energy around that time. So that's why I always be leery sometimes with him and how he moves. He wishes us well. He wishes himself well, and he does, but his mind frame and his state just isn't. His timing is funny too. I got Father Sims right here. I got him coming up in the mix. Major key alchemist here, okay? Knowing what to do, how to do it, when to do it. I think his timing, and it's in reverse, I think his timing is off sometimes. I think I think maybe he speaks before he thinks, maybe he moves a bit with emotions. Maybe I think he needs to be a little bit more strategic with how he's doing what he's doing. Y'all seen he apologized lately. He apologized and he said that he was virtually lynched. Is that what he said? Digitally lynched. by getting his monies taken away from him? How was his not really an apology? I forgot how he worded it when he wanted to kind of backtrack a little bit. You said what you said, stand in what you said, or you shouldn't have said that at all, Kanye, because you knew what was going to happen. You knew you were going to be a target. I don't think that he knew they were going to come at him that hard. That's what it is. Too much emotions. He was moving too much with his emotions. That is a fact. And I got to learn to be better with that myself. Don't get in your feelings and react just to react from emotions. Kanye West, brother man, so much with you. I'm not going to get nitty and gritty with it. We could talk about your wife. We could talk about the ties that you had and people that you involved yourself with. Like, I had to backtrack a little bit with his mom. I don't feel in my heart that Kanye West, I changed it up now, with his mom's passing, because we know that Donda was the sack. We know that. Kanye West wasn't involved too much. His mama was his rock. And her death really affected him to the core. And I don't think that he was aware that she was going to be used in that situation. You know what I'm saying? So I give it to him with that. But there are different things that he does and involves himself with and wraps him. You wrap yourself with the Kardashians, with that coven. That says a lot in itself. And I'm not even going to be talking just on the fact that you a black man preaching a lot about black families when you yourself did not curate a black family of your own. We ain't going to even get on that. I ain't going to even get on that. Let's just get on the type of people they are. Them some witches. Them some vampires. Every man that is involved in their life is sucked dry. Bruce is Caitlyn. Okay? Robert Sr. ain't here no more. Robert Jr., baby, where he at? Where's Rob? Lamar Odom and Kanye West. Here we are with you. You laid in bed with the devil. How you got a school? Like, I'm tripping about the institute that he got. And this is kids even attending the institute. Do they even go to your school? Somebody said they see Kanye West, like they gonna take Kanye West out, is what somebody felt. Like that was the next. Y'all don't take out Kanye. Don't take out Ye, man. Don't do that. He has been looking a little funny lately. He looks disheveled. He looks unkept. He looks all that. He does. He looked like a man that is on edge, okay? And he is. But at the end of the day, things that Kanye has said recently is the truth. It's true. Y'all have to believe it. There's going to be more people speaking out about it. Kyrie Irving spoke about it. And during a press conference, somebody within the press tried to chastise Kyrie for things that he brought up and talked about, and things he agreed with. He agreed with there's this white guy that said that Sandy Hook, the situation with Sandy Hook was a fake. I can't think of his name. It's on the tip of my tongue. I can't think of it. But the things also that man talked about, aside from the Sandy Hook situation, was exactly what Kanye talked about. There is a small percentage, a small group of people who control the masses and control the population and who have an agenda. And their agenda is very destructive. Their agenda is sinister. And their agenda involves population control. It involves the destruction of this earth. Y'all ain't got to believe none of this. You don't have to believe any of it. But just know that that is a thing. That's a thing. And more celebrities are witnessing these truths. They're witnessing something and they're speaking on it. And you notice how when certain people talk about certain things and then everybody and their mama is on their ass, you need to watch that person. There's some truth to what they're speaking because they're going against the grain. They're going against what's accepted. And it ticks me off being a beautiful melanated woman within this region of the world, witnessing the I don't want to say death, when people cut short anything that is beneficial for my people is always cut short, whether it be the leaders, whether it be movements, whether it be different celebrities who do speak truth. It is always infiltrated and is always shut down. Always. But the bullshit always gets to grow. The bullshit always spreads. That's a fact. And there are too many hypocrites in the world. Lil Boosie came out not too long ago and got on Kanye's ass talking about, come on, Kanye. Come on, man. You ain't gonna apologize. Come on, man. You can't be da-da-da-da. Kanye said facts. Kanye used to rap about some deep, we don't have conscious rappers anymore. They don't exist. Kendrick Lamar, probably your last one that was a conscious rapper. And he commercial. He Hollywood. He only come out when they let him. Boosie. What does Boosie rap about? What is Boosie's main energy? Where is it? Gang violence, death. Literally got bodies, real bodies. That's why he was in jail for a long. I'm from Texas. My people from Louisiana. I was in high school. I was getting out of high school, going to college when Boosie got out, and we were rejoicing. The man got real bodies. Now, I enjoy Boosie being on. He's funny. He's comedic. He gives me I giggle when I see him. But this is the same man who hired a prostitute to sleep with his minor child. This is the same man who threatened one of his children and baby mamas. And this is a man who raps continuously about death and drugs and abuse to women. That's acceptable. That's acceptable. Ain't nobody trying to reform that. There's no speech on how can we get a grip on what we put out to the youth, because music is a tool that is so beautiful and healing if you put them sounds and them vibrations on the right hertz, on the right level. Check it out. Check out the hertz that are healing for your body. Check that out. The music, literally, I'm a therapist. I do things in the medical field, and they have music therapy. That's real. Music therapy. I don't care if it's somebody coming in, I'm getting goosebumps. Somebody coming in with a guitar and they are strumming, they're singing, they're provoking therapy for you. It is healing for real. In therapy, we used to do things. You can have it's a tuning fork. It looks like a tuning fork. And you can ring it, ding, put it on your joint, and it helps to heal your body from within. This is music. I'm getting emotional. I talked about Astroworld a long time ago. In Astroworld, that situation with Travis Scott, speaking on them Kardashians. And that's when music was used as a tool to destroy. Because if you look at footage around that time, when that beat dropped in Astroworld with all them people crowded around and that beat dropped the wrong way, people started cutting up. people were taking control of, because it controls the masses. Y'all don't get it. Y'all don't get it. That's why I get emotional when I talk about the things that I talk about, and the things that I talk about gets very repetitive in this channel. If we talk about music and we talk about spirit, it always gets repetitive because it has always been used against us instead of being used to heal the world. Music can literally heal. It is used to destroy. You a psychologist? All right, Aziz. So you know about the mind, okay? You should know about wave patterns and how different patterns and vibrations can affect you and can affect your brain. I should have paid attention to the different I'm gonna go study, child. You're gonna make me pull out my books with the different sound waves and how they can be reached and how they can really touch on to you. It releases chemicals within your body, can release endorphins. Friends, my country coming out. How I speak about the artists that are out today, the type of artists that they push out and put on a platform. There's no type of soul. There's no type of spirit within this. It comes mute. I write. I put the pen down for so long, but it's there. And I know for a fact when I put my pen to my paper and I'm writing a poem and I'm writing a song or something, there's a connection. There's a direct connection. There's a direct connection to source, to God, when you do that, when you get in that frame. So if they found out that people can tap in like that, they can easily infiltrate and get you to do some other stuff with that, some wickedness with it. Child will never want to be a part of the music industry in that way. I used to want to be in it so hard. So hard. That's how bad I wanted to be Beyonce. Okay? And I was on my way. Doors was opening on their way. And then just keep getting hit with the truth. You keep getting hit. There will always be a cap on you. I don't care if you're an actress. I don't care if you're a musician. I don't care if you're a politician. I don't care what you are in your field and your passion. There will be a cap on your success if you do not, if you don't play the game. That's my term for it. If you don't play the game as you should, there will be a cap on you. It is. Kanye West going through something. I want that it should be a symbolism. It should symbolize something, especially for my melanated peoples, especially, but for everyone. It should really be a message to you. He ain't no boss. Kanye ain't no boss, baby. What he went through, he's showing y'all. What's his line? And when it all falls down, even if you in the Benz, you still a nigga with a coupe. You are a highly paid employee. You work for somebody. And you better get it right. You better play it right like we want you to play it. Or we're going to take everything from you just like that. That's what they want. That's the symbolism in it. And them taking things away from him, it just, like, y'all are really proving his point that he's saying to you. You don't have to be a fan of Kanye. You ain't got to like Kanye. My melanated peoples, you could be upset with some of the little things he said about slavery, sure, because y'all want something to be mad about. But look at the bigger picture with Kanye. Check that out. It's spiritual. And I'm getting a phone call at 1:30 in the morning, my time. Hold on. Hold on. Okay, I'm gonna wrap it up. Damn, it must be an emergency, child. It's 1:30 in the morning. I'm gonna call you back, cuz. I'm gonna call you back. I'm gonna call you right back. Because it's too late at night. So if I get another phone call from that same person, then I know it's serious because it is 1 some in the morning. That's all with Kanye so far. That's all with Kanye. I don't know anything else to pull. I asked the main question I wanted to ask with him was, is he a trickster? Is he really a part of this whole thing? And playing a part that he's supposed? No, he's really tormented. He's really going through. He's trying to get his in. He's trying to keep his money, build his money, and get his message across. And really try to get the message across to y'all. And I think he do want to call out a lot of people. Kyrie Irving, more power to you, my brother. They gonna be on your ass. Because if I'm not mistaken, Kyrie Irving spoke out against the coronavirus. But you talk about I don't say all that. Against getting the the jab, against getting that. And they were on him. They suspended him for some games, if I'm not mistaken, with Kyrie Irving. So he's been speaking more about wanting to learn about the Black Jewish population, about basically what Kanye was saying. It's the truth. Them Israelites was on my corner. I want to add that in. This how spirit work for me. This how God and spirit and all them. I have, just in case y'all don't know where I'm at, I'm in the hood somewhere, one of the hoods in Houston. And in this hood, just like many other ones, there's a million churches over here. I tried counting up the many churches in my neighborhood. There's about 15 churches within a 3-mile radius. One of the churches you can see from the freeway, from the Port of Houston ship channel, which is a bridge over yonder. You can actually see one of the churches in my neighborhood. The Israelites, the Black Israelites, not the Hebrew Israelites, the Black Israelites. This is a group of people who believe they're one of the original peoples, who laid out there, different truths about our peoples and the different elites who are over peoples like our peoples. And yeah, they were posted up at the corner because they were trying to speak directly to a church, one of the churches across the street. And from what they were saying, they were trying to have different meetings with this pastor, and he refused. He didn't want to hear it. So they set up, and they, freedom of speech, baby. They exercised. And they a lot of things they were saying were true. I'm sorry, depictions of Jesus ain't true. They're not. You can't have somebody that's from Africa and look like Da Vinci's boyfriend, because that's who that is. Oh, okay, let's keep going. Truths are coming out. Just know that. This is the year of Aquarius. It's always been the year of Aquarius for I don't know how long. I think it is, though. Too many people are awakening. Too many people are noticing things. And they're speaking about things. Drink Champs and Nori, I'm sorry. You're collateral damage. Nori's channel will never be the same. He probably will never. He got put on hush mouth. Nori. This is the guy who's on Drink Champs, who had Kanye to come on and speak. Nori made that video private. They told him he had to take it off. LeBron James was going to have Kanye's interview that he did. Somebody told LeBron James, you better not show that. And he didn't. LeBron James is all about progression. He's all about making schools and talking, and he's for the people. LeBron, you're a high paid employee as well. They told you to shut up. You did. Because you didn't want this to be affected. I don't believe in God, believe in government, control how much money the church generate, and what about the poor people? God, I'm sorry, the church and the government is all like they're deeply. There's always what's our thing? There's supposed to be a separation of church and the state here. supposedly. No, they're very deep. I want to add into it too. If you're the clergy, politicians, not just actors, actresses, actors, actresses, the same thing. Musicians, politicians, if you're in the media, especially in clergy and spirituality, anything involving being able to control, being able to move people, there will be some type of infiltration from them other people. That involves the church too, very much the church. The church is sinister as hell in a lot of places because there's too much of this involved. Money involved too. So that's a fact, Aziz. You don't have to believe in God, but what you're saying is a fact. The church and the government, the church and state is heavily, heavily involved. Somebody brought up there was a documentary a long time ago, and I just randomly wanted to just bring this up. We probably gonna wrap it up. Just when you talk about church and government involvement, and there's no separation. It's one hand gonna fold over something, the hand over something. It's involved, baby. Chris Rock had that documentary about good hair. You should check that out if you just feel like wanting. Well, don't check it. I don't think he went in depth enough for me. But Black women, well, not just Black women, we're just overwhelming population that does buy into the beauty industry because, you know, melanated women's is like the top consumers. In the beauty industry, some parts of the beauty industry involve extensions, hair extensions. Where do they get a lot of the hair extensions? They get it from Asia as well as India. In India, so there's Chris Rock documentary. You see us in the beauty shop and getting our hair done and buying hair and da 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 da. Travel on over to India where they're in the temples and the many temples around certain times of year, certain times. That is when the women go to not donate their hair. Excuse me. They're not donating their hair knowing that it's just going to go and be bought somewhere. They're sacrificing their follicles. They're sacrificing their hair because of a belief, because of doing away with a part of vanity. And all of that luscious hair that they are sacrificing to their God is carefully being picked up, put together, and sold off. These are women who are poor. These are women, some of these women are in conditions that if they would have known that they could have skipped going to the church, went right to Locks for Love and donated their hair, they could have had enough money to feed their family. Is the church helping to feed their family? No, they're going to play on their religion, their ritual, their sacrifice, and profit off of it. It's sad. That's so sad. But that's just one other instance. Talking about the church, talking about government. Majority politicians make sure to go to churches to sway the congregation for them, especially if they're paying a little bit. That's what the bottom dollar is always about, is this in this whole game that we talk about. I ain't even let me wrap up. Let me wrap up because I said I only had 3 things to talk about. I'm gonna move off of that because I could be on my soapbox all day about the abuse of power. I'll say that within the music industry and within just period. Abuse. I'm gonna just go and end it with Blueface and Chrisean Rock. I already did a reading on them before. I already talked about it. If you do not know about Chrisean Rock and Blueface is a rapper that's here, and I only know one song from him. Is Tatiana. Tatiana. I don't even know. He raps off beat. He does not rap on beat. Like, oh, the music today. Whew. See why my head's stuck in the time box, child. But this is one of the most toxic couples that I've witnessed in recent times. If you see this young woman that is still just wrapped up with him is an artist that either they started off, she was in a reality show that he was hosting called like The Bad Girls. He had a group of women living in a house and they were just fighting amongst each other. supposed to be fighting for his love, but they really were just fighting, and I think they were being trafficked. I think they were being ran through. Yes, I do. But lately, Chrisean Rock has been such a fan favorite. People really have a liking to her, so we're seeing a little bit more of her. I think y'all need to take both of these people off of the TV because they are toxic. People are calling them the new Bobby and Whitney. No, baby, Bobby and Whitney was talented. See, Bobby and Whitney, talent right there. Chrisean, she's interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like I think she does have if she concentrate a little bit, one of her bops kind of stick out to me a little. She has a personality about her that's likable. People just like her. And you know who doesn't like that? Blueface, her boyfriend. If them people stay together, I don't need to flip. I already flipped. I'm gonna throw one just to entertain it because it's Tarot with a T. But I'm wasting spirit time if I flip cards for them. Somebody gonna end up dead. Somebody gonna end up unalive in their situation. And it's so sad constantly seeing them being broadcasted all over the internet. See what I'm talking about? How they push negativity? See what I talk about? There's wholesome Black families around. There's wholesome families around here. But y'all are pressing for them. We witnessed this girl getting abused by this boy. She coming on camera with a nose and lip busted, eye black, telling y'all about what's going on. And then she'll come back the next day saying she blamed the Casamigos. And then she was jumping out the window. Spirit, I don't need to take too much time. I really don't. I don't want to pull. I don't want to waste too much time. But just what's up? What am I going to ask? When is it going to happen? Am I going to ask how it's going to happen? Because it's going to happen. If they stay together, somebody going to end up dead. Somebody going to jail. That's just a fact. That girl got hands too. She could fight. She fight. But she can only do so much. Girl, you can only fight so much. That's not love. Why? Why are you still here, girl? She's scared to leave, y'all. Because it's more. I heard somebody say it earlier. And I agree. And I'm not the only one to agree. Spirit agrees too, baby. It's deeper than just her love and attraction for him. Because I straight up asked, is she scared to leave? Is she scared to leave because of a contractual reason? Yeah, that's why too. She's so tired. She is so tired with Blueface. Not just spiritually, not just sexually, contractually. Because I tell y'all, it's more than just hocus pocus and ghosts and stuff. The selling your soul situation, when I talk about it, it's not just Lucifer coming up with smoke and mirrors and all that. It is lawyers, it is contracts, it is deals, it is things you are signed to. This girl getting pimped out by him. This girl is getting pimped out by this boy. Straight up. Contractually, she is. So who knows what kind of deal she has where she has to be stuck up under him, or she's scared to break it. She's scared her life is going to be on the line, or what? But when she said on there, you come to my bookings to take my money, she's getting pimped too. Is he putting her on the stroll too? That girl is 5 of coins dead in the middle. In the middle, 5 of coins sitting here. Look at them. Just, these are runaways. These are runaways trying to get to freedom. Freedom! My Nicki Minaj voice. And on the way, they're getting some assistance that's much needed. If you get it, if you find it, if you get to it, girl, find your assistance. Find who can really help you and be on your team and work with you to get out of this situation. Because you can. Y'all are spiritually tied in such a way that is so negative, so draining for you. It will deplete you. Ace of baskets. What I just said earlier, again, what I always say about water in them baskets. What does water represent? Spirit. Girl, your cup is, your time is going to be so close to being out. She's pretty. She's very pretty, girl. She really is. She really is. And somebody brought up, you're going to keep going through this. After a while, your face, your body, and all of that, it's going to show. It's going to be wear and tear. You're just going to be ran through, girl. You're just going to be beaten and battered and ran through the day you wake up and you see all them Blueface tattoos on your body. You branded. He got you branded like a slave, like cattle. Girl, that's you. Like, oh. I never was physically abused. I've never been in a domestic violence situation to the point where they were physically putting their hands on me, but they mentally imprisoned me. I have been in prison mentally before. I'm healthy. I'm plump, but I have been so mentally before that I saw my own cheekbone. I lost so much weight. And then we did get to a point where that person pulled a gun. I told y'all that I could not be here today for dealing with bullshit. For letting somebody take over my energy like that. To relinquish my energy like that. She's relinquishing it because she's doing what she's seen. Girl, pray for that girl. Stop showcasing that mess. We don't need to see it. I don't want to see it no more. I want to see Chrisean Rock when she by herself. I want to see Chrisean Rock when she break up with that boy. But right now, let's see. Y'all better pray for that girl. She ain't going nowhere right now. She ain't going nowhere right now. What I say came right back. Ace of baskets. She's so spiritually bound to him. She's so tied to him. She is so tied to him. Soul ties to that young man. And it's so much that she would have to battle to break through, to break free. I don't even think she want to go through the battle. I don't think she feel like she can do it, so she probably won't. She ain't going nowhere for a while. Hope this changed for it, but okay. Look at that. Look at me. Said that this gonna be short, and we still end up having damn 2-hour stream. Just how I like it. Oh my goodness. What Aziz got? Aziz, hey beautiful. You like positive music? Listen to this. Oh my God. I like if you got some music, you got something for me to listen to. If you come back at all, you probably gone forever. Now you stuck with me this whole time. You probably gone forever. But if you are here at all, I have my email down below. I got my Instagram down below. Instagram me that music, baby. I like positive vibes. I want to hear some positive music, especially if it's from some. If I don't know where it's from, if you pulling it from Russia, if it's from somewhere else, please send it to me. If you ever hop back on again and you randomly see me saying this, but you say you got some positive music, I'm open. I'm open to listen. Send it to me through email or send it to my Instagram, which I know is down below. But I'm here to listen. I love positivity. I love it. So good. Thank you for I'm happy I read that so I can end on a positive note. I know it's been so dark. I know this whole stream has been. I know we get that's how we do. That's how we do. So, I think that's it for now. I really just wanted to come in anyway. I really just wanted to come in anyway because it's the first of the month. Well, technically, it's the second now. But, I just want to. I know I've been going all October. I ain't did no tarot with the T's. A lot of transit. It's always a damn transition with me, ain't it? But that should be all of us. We should all be changing. And I just wanted to I only want to come to y'all when my energy is right. And it is. It's right for the picking. So that's gonna be a little bit of that for now. Y'all should follow me on Instagram. I'm pretty active over there. That's at you see that? Hold on. You see right there. You see that $ El Roche, which you can donate. You could do that now. Ain't nothing wrong with that. Or you can take that dollar and put an @ and then find me on Instagram like that. Do that like that. And we can chop it up over there. Hit me up in the DM. I'll talk. I'll whatever. I had conversations with Q on here earlier. So yes, I will be in New York. 11/11. I will be in New York City in Harlem. Check out my Instagram for more information on that or his. If y'all like a little music, a little comedy, we're gonna bring it to y'all. We're gonna bring it to y'all. So with that being said, again, I'm El Roche. It is so good to be able to come up and talk to y'all. It really is. I love interacting. I love exchanging information, exchanging energies, and hope to do that again real soon. Okay. I'm finna go to bed. Okay. Y'all have a good one. Bye.